So you're thinking about moving to Cincinnati, Ohio. Well, today, join me as we take a look at Blue Ash, rated the #1 place to live in not only Cincinnati, but all of Ohio. I'm Angela Evans with Cincinnati Windy Living. I mean, Cincinnati, Ohio Living. You wouldn't know that from today, but it is insanely windy. There was just a big storm that rolled through. So anyway, if you're thinking about making a move, whether that's in 9 days or 9 months, go ahead and use the contact information in the description box below. I would be so excited to help you make a move in Cincinnati, Ohio. So today we're going to take a look at a few different houses in different price ranges, and you can decide what's going to fit in your budget here in Blue Ash. This vibrant town here in Blue Ash, which apparently today is also a wind tunnel, checks the boxes for so many people, from young families to professionals to retirees. There really is something for everyone out here in Blue Ash. Blue Ash is the #1 place to live, not only in Cincinnati, but in all of Ohio. That's according to niche.com. And also it's ranked as #9 best suburb to live in America. This place is exploding, and some of that is due to a lot of major corporations being headquartered out here. There's a ton of office park space, and then you also have a ton of new development. Some of those major corporations are Kroger, Belcan, Ethicon, Endosurgery, and even the University of Cincinnati, because they have a UC Blue Ash campus located out here. So Blue Ash is about 7.6 square miles and has a population of just over 13,000 per the last census. So the median home value here in Blue Ash is about $350,000, but there's a ton of new construction, and I wouldn't be surprised if that actually was a higher number. About 66% of residents own their own home according to the last census. So I would definitely say that that number is going to be increasing, because they just have had, in the last 10 years or so, a ton of development with new builds, with new construction of single family homes. They have luxury apartments right over here, right off of Summit Park. There's also a retirement community off of Summit Park. That's gonna run you, that's a pretty steeply priced place, but it's a highly desirable area, and that is why. So Blue Ash is super centrally located. It's only about 15 miles northeast of downtown Cincinnati, which is about a 20-minute drive, depending on the traffic. It could be a little bit longer than that. You're surrounded here by areas like Deer Park, Kenwood, Montgomery, Reading, Evendale. Lots of popular places here in Cincinnati, but Blue Ash being the most popular area to be in Cincinnati right now. So out here behind me is the main big green space area here at Summit Park, where they host movie nights in the summer, and there's an ice skating rink in the winter. One of the cool things about this place that I'm at right now, Summit Park, is it has some really awesome play areas. Right behind me is one of the main play areas, and actually out over that way they have a big pond and a little water play and naturescape areas that my kids just absolutely love. They also have some zip lines out there, and that's always a hit with the kids. So a little fun fact about Summit Park is that it actually used to be Blue Ash Airport, and there's an old hangar out on the other side of the park that is soon going to be a Mad Tree Brewing. All right, so here's the hangar that is going to be Mad Tree Brewing right here off of the park. There is the lake I was referring to earlier, and just over that hill there you'll see the new builds that we took a look at. And this area here is all green space, and even a little dog park right here. Summit Park also has Adora, a designated outdoor refreshment area, so you can enjoy your beverages while you're enjoying this beautiful park. So they also offer Summit Park free fitness here. They also host movie nights throughout the summer. Another awesome thing in Blue Ash is the red, white, and blue ash fireworks that happens on the 4th of July every year. My husband grew up attending those and always just had a blast out there. If this is your first time to our channel and you want to know all about Cincinnati, Ohio living, then go ahead and hit subscribe and tap the bell for notifications so you can be the first to find out about the current market. So let's go check out a few of these homes in Blue Ash so we can decide what fits in your budget. All right, guys, so for our first stop today here in Blue Ash, we are checking out a house that is listed at $400,000 back there. It is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. It has finished space on the second floor and in the basement. It has a fully waterproofed basement. It is about 2,000 square feet, and it has an above-ground pool in the back, 2 sheds, and it has great curb appeal. A beautiful brick home with the stone accents. And you can just really tell that they took care of the lawn and the landscaping, and it's just a beautiful little home. Okay, so Blue Ash is in the Sycamore School District. According to niche.com, Sycamore High School is number 5 in Ohio for the best public schools. There's no surprise why Blue Ash ranks consistently as one of the top places to live in Cincinnati. So this house that we're taking a look at here, right across the street, actually behind me, there's about 3 new builds, and those are all gonna be selling for over $900,000. So you really have a mixture in this neighborhood in particular of new builds and classic, cozy, charming homes. Okay, so I had to jump in my car because it's getting ready to storm here in Cincinnati and didn't want to get caught in that. So I just wanted to point out that this neighborhood does not have sidewalks. You know, there's not a lot of traffic going through here. You definitely have like a small community feel. A great mixture of new builds and also really tasteful, cozy, brick Tudors. Right behind me here, I'm just the next street over, there's another new build and then a Cape Cod style home that is super cute. So really, I mean, you have homes just on these 2 streets here that range from about 300,000 all the way up to probably close to $1 million because they're custom built homes, which I would say is probably a pretty unique thing to Blue Ash. But one thing I've noticed driving through Blue Ash is that there's a lot of areas that the speed limit is 25 miles per hour. I feel like people are just generally driving a little slower, especially in the areas that there are no sidewalks. Hey guys, so our next stop here in Blue Ash is at a house that is listed for $550,000. It's a 3-bedroom, 3.5 bath. It actually sits right on the 12th hole of the Blue Ash golf course. So you have a great deck that's overlooking the golf course there. It is about 2,700 square feet, and it does have 3 floors of finished space. So this house was built in 1984, and you have a walkout basement as well, and hardwood floors inside. There's definitely, neutral colors, a nice blend of like luxury and modern, and there's really just a super peaceful feel about being back here. There's a ton of mature trees. You have, guest parking. You have a big 2-car garage. Okay, so the HOA here is about $563 a month at the time of this video. And what that takes care of is your pool and tennis courts and all of the landscaping back here. You will see that this community is really well maintained. All of the lawns are cut, the landscaping is done, and you can just tell that people really take care of their places up here. Okay, so from this location, you are about 20 minutes to downtown Cincinnati. You're only about 5 minutes from Summit Park, which is a huge park out here in Blue Ash. There's tons of new construction going on around that, which is really, really nice. You're only about 10 minutes or 5 miles from Kenwood Mall. You're about 15 minutes to Kenwood Country Club, which is a private course here. And you are about 10 minutes to Sharon Woods Golf Course, which is a public course and is great for all skill levels. And then you are 30 minutes roughly to the airport, which is CVG over in northern Kentucky. One other thing I want to add about this community is I just absolutely love how it is all nestled in the woods. It's all nestled within all of these large mature trees, beautiful landscaping, and large front yards. Just up around the corner on the main road here, house is listed for over $800,000. And that's an all brick, 2-story traditional style home. There are several gorgeous homes like just up around the corner as well. Maybe this type of neighborhood does not appeal to you, but just up around the corner, you have some really beautiful homes, all custom built homes. They are all nestled in mature trees, and most of them back up to some part of the golf course. And you're just really centrally located here in Blue Ash, and it's no wonder that this is one of the top places to live in Cincinnati. All right, so here we are at our last official stop of the day. We're checking out this townhouse style new build. It is currently listed for $860,000. It's a 3-bedroom, 2 full, 2 half baths. And there's a lot of options to mix and match with this new development here. It does have a rooftop deck. Check out this amazing view here. And you can catch a glimpse of some of the other gorgeous houses that have already been built back here. So depending on the floor plan you choose, and if you choose to finish in the 4th floor or leave that as like a patio area, you're looking around 3,000 square feet, give or take, depending on the exact floor plan that you choose for these new builds. So the nice thing about these homes are they're pretty much fully customizable. This one has a really cool rooftop deck where you can look out and actually see Summit Park and the green space there. You know, you do have the option, like this one over here behind me, to just make that whole 4th floor just fully enclosed. And there are a couple different varieties. You can play with the different pitch of the roof that you want. You can have the deck on top. You can have it enclosed. You can have balconies on the side. So it's really nice. And the basic things that this home comes with is hardwood floors throughout, really custom high-end finishes. You do have an HOA here. That's $275 a month, and that's going to cover all your landscaping and the snow removal back here. So we are only about 5 minutes or less from downtown Blue Ash, where most of your shopping and dining options are going to be, other than the stuff here at Summit Park. So you know you're going to have your Kroger, your Target, things like that, really within 5-10 minutes, and additional shopping and restaurants along there as well. And then you have like BW3s right over here across from Summit Park. Like I mentioned earlier, that new Mad Tree Brewing is going to be opening. Looks like they're just in the very beginning phases of the construction there. So they've already sold a decent amount of these lots, but there are going to be more that are coming available, actually at a higher price point, over $1 million, because they are right on the border of that conserved green space with Summit Park. Actually, the development that is right next to this, so you have Summit Park on one side, and then on the other side, basically the area that I'm looking at here, that was built about 7 years ago by MI Homes, and those are some really, really nice homes. When they were first built, they were going around $600,000 or so, and resale lately is $1 million to $1.3 million, and so there's definitely value here. And actually, if you're somebody that's looking on the west side of Cincinnati, I wanted to mention this because this development here and the one that was built about 7 years ago by MI Homes is kind of what the whole Trailside Village development was based upon over in Green Township. And they have some of similar people working on that project. And the idea is kind of the same. They want to have, you know, conserved green space like Summit Park has here, and have naturescape play areas. And just be like a hub all around with all these homes. So I think that's something really exciting for the west side and Green Township in particular. This kind of can give you a little bit of a glimpse of what that might be like. So because these homes are pretty much custom built You know, they do have some floor plans that you can choose from, but they have found that most people, they want to mix and match and kind of customize their home. So most of these are going to be more like the 900,000, 1 million price range. Like I said, this one is listed at 860,000 right now, but that is, you know, just their base price. So as you can see, Blue Ash has not only wind to offer, but so much in the way of housing. You can get such a wide variety of homes here in the Blue Ash area, and you are just, the location, nothing's going to beat the location. You have new development all around you. You're 20 minutes to downtown. You're 10 minutes to Kenwood Mall. And you can see right behind me here is the a little pavilion area. You can hang out. There's restaurants, an ice cream shop that's super cute. Has yummy ice cream. Normally this park is packed with people. Today, the weather forecast, I think, deterred a lot of people from coming out here because it was really rainy not long ago, and now it's super windy and starting to rain again. Thanks for sticking around to check out Blue Ash with me. This place has so much to offer, not only in terms of the homes that are available, but in terms of the shopping and just the convenience of this whole entire location. If you have been to Blue Ash or anywhere out here, go ahead and drop a note in the comments for what your favorite part of Blue Ash is. I would love to hear from you. Make sure you check out some of my other videos on the top places to live in Cincinnati, Ohio. You can stay current with these by hitting subscribe and tapping the bell for notifications so that you never miss a video.